It's championship weekend here in San Diego as we welcome you inside Montgomery High School for the CIF San Diego section Division I Boys Championships. Alongside broadcasting for Jonathan Rifkin, I'm Jonah Malkin, delighted to bring you number 1 seeded Mater Dei Catholic taking on number 7 La Costa Canyon. And this is going to be a great matchup. Two teams that are finding their grooves at the right time of the season. And it's culminating with an opportunity to win a Division I championship. Mater Dei Catholic, the number 1 seed, the Crusaders, sporting a 14-4 record, and number 7 La Costa Canyon and the Mavericks with an 11-9 record. But that record can be a little bit misleading, which is a storyline that we'll touch on as this broadcast continues. And Johnny, as we will bring you in just a moment, I'll actually give you the starting lineups very quickly for 7 seed La Costa. Number 1, Ray Square. Number 11, Brendan Perry in the backcourt. In the front court, Christian Brown, Vincent Berlucci, and Jack Norbon. And for number 1, Mater Dei Catholic, in the backcourt, Kaylon King, Mauricio Reyes. And in the front court, Dexter Stratton, Christian Ubochi, and Melo Sanchez, the leading scorer for the Crusaders. So away we go here at Montgomery High School. Division I championship on the line. Kaylon King has it, left wing. Up top is Stratton. Picks up his dribble just inside the paint. Back out to King. 16 to shoot. Right wing three-pointer. Misses left, and the rebound secured by the Mavericks. A packed house here at Montgomery High School. And Rayshawn Square, the ball handler for the Mavericks. Left wing, Brendan Perry. Left corner is Jack Norbon, and he connects on a triple. So a good start for La Costa. They're up 3-0, 7:15 remaining in this opening quarter.
Yeah, La Costa trying to build the momentum early, move the ball on the perimeter, and expose his own defense. That should open the perimeter up for three-point shots.
Melo Sanchez on the left post. Fall away. Tough jumper rattles in for Melo Sanchez, who is the leading scorer for the Crusaders, averaging 20 points per game, off to a nice start. Knocks down his first shot, 3-2. Mavericks in front. Up top is Ray Square. Gets a pick from Brown. They'll swing it to the right wing. Now to Brendan Perry. Defended by Sanchez. High pick, goes behind the back, right of the lane. Right corner three, off the mark for Brendan Perry. La Costa sporting their navy uniforms with white numbers. They'll be attacking from right to left, and Mater Dei Catholic attacking left to right. As the inbounds goes underneath to Norbon, who banks it in. He's 2 for 2 to start, is the senior Jack Norbon, 6'5", 5'2", and Mavericks.
To go up against Christian Ubochi and to win that matchup, something to watch for as we head towards the rest of this game.
Stratton can't finish. Ubochi's there for the putback. Count it, and the foul. I have a feeling I'm going to be saying his name quite a lot today. Christian Ubochi, a senior, 6'10", has just been a monster on the glass. The leading rebounder on the team with now 92 rebounds on the season.
Yeah, Ubochi, Jonah, he's the key here for Mater Dei, right? There's nobody really physically wise that's going to match up from La Costa Canyon. Now you have great defenders in Arbama and Bellucci, but I don't know if those two guys, as he hits the end one, are going to be enough. You have to try to stop everybody else and just hope you can contain them a little bit.
Rocking those mustard yellow shoes.
Oh, goodness. Here we go with your colors again.
Brendan Perry in the right corner. Up top to Christian Brown. Back out to Perry. His three-pointer, high arcing three. Air ball's rebound taken by Stratton. He'll come the other way across the timeline. Crusaders up top to Melo Sanchez, and he drills a three. Melo Sanchez knocks down his second straight shot.
He looks like Melo Anthony out there with that pull-up. That was like a 33-footer just straight away early in the shot clock. If it missed, I don't know if it's a great shot, but it went in, so you have to excuse it.
8-5. Crusaders in front. They've been playing with confidence, and now a steal from Ubochi. Under 5:30 to play in the opening frame. Crusaders, white uniforms, navy blue numbers. Sanchez finally misses on a jump shot, but Stratton's extra effort able to knock it off the leg of Norbon, so he'll stay underneath.
Yeah, Dexter Stratton, Jonah, 6'8" senior, and Christian Ubochi, 6'10" senior. Just so hard to match up with no matter who you are down low. So For La Costa Canyon and Coach David Costa, the most efficient thing to do here is try to force the ball along the perimeter, but they're playing man-on-man. They're playing man-on-man defense right now, which could be tough.
Sanchez's jumper from the baseline. No, Ubochi there tried to throw it down, and it spit back out. No one was expecting that. And it's 8-5. Perry coming the other way, has his shot deflected, but a late whistle. So Brendan Perry will go to the free throw line on the nice take, and that's what you have to do, Johnny, especially when you've got such a presence inside, is force the refs to try and put them in a precarious situation to call some fouls.
Well, and Jonah, it's not even just that. You want to make sure you're getting fouls on Christian Ubochi because he's the key. If you can get him into early foul trouble, his first foul here, and it comes at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, if you get him a second foul before we get out of this quarter as the first free throw falls for Brendan Perry, that's a good sign for La Costa Canyon because you want to eliminate or at least limit the damage done by the opposition's best player.
Brendan Perry, a senior, 6'4", has had a tremendous season, knocks down both free throws. It's 8-7, Crusaders in front by 1, under 5 minutes to go in the opening game. A quadruple header here at Montgomery High School, which we'll get into as this day progresses. Sanchez catch and shoot on the right wing, his three-pointer off the mark, offensive rebound from Reyes, up top to King. And they'll reset with a fresh shot clock. Still dribbling, swings it near side to Stratton, down low on the right post to Ubochi, just smothering. And he's able to avoid the double, throws it down. Christian Ubochi, just a big presence with his first dunk of the morning.
His second attempt, though, he realized on the last one, you can't miss dunks. Otherwise, you go for layups. If you're going to dunk it, you better put it through the hoop.
10-7. Crusaders in front, 4:15. Backdoor cut, great feed from Ray Square to Vincent Berlucci with the reverse layup.
And Jonah, what color are Ray Square's shoes?
Nice purple.
Beautiful purple.
Vibrant purple shoes from Ray Square. It's 10-9, 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Kalen King, they try and feed it to Ubochi, and he was tripped up, no foul, so they'll register that as a turnover for the Crusaders. A bit of contact underneath, but it goes the other way to the Mavericks, who have had just a tremendous run, winners of 3 straight games, including knocking off number 2 seed La Jolla Country Day, Mission Bay as well in the semifinals, their most recent win to get to this point. So Brendan Perry now dribbling, back up top to Ray Square. Drives it middle, right wing, three-pointer is on its way, off the mark for Christian Brown. Melo Sanchez keeps it in bounds, and here comes Reyes for the Crusaders. And he's called for a palming turnover, the second consecutive turnover from the Crusaders.
Yeah, not a good one. When you're driving the transition, when you're leading the transition, Jonah, you have to be conscientious about what exactly it is that you're doing. And when you're taking that baseline through pressure, picking up the ball, putting it back down on the floor is not in the cards unless you want to turn it over like you did right there.
Ray Square lost his ball on the drive. It's scooped up by Melo Sanchez. Cross midcourt, driving down the middle, left wing Stratton. Driving left to right, has his shot blocked, but it bounces in the hand of Reyes, who loses it, and it's scooped up by Norbone. Good defense from the Mavericks, opportunity to take the lead, down 10-9, under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Square, near corner three, off the mark, Norbone flying in, Sanchez flies in with the rebound. Defense starting to pick up. Sanchez looking to feed Ubochi, drives the middle left to right, dumps it inside to Reyes, who loses it on the way up. And that's another turnover. Ball goes back to the Mavericks.
Mater Dei has great continuity offensively, but I feel like sometimes, Jonah, they try to move too quickly. They have not set up a half-court set, and this is the third straight time because of transition offense going awry that they've turned it over. You're bigger, and you have great shooters, so why not get in the half court and try to move the ball around? Again, great ball movement, but it's too quick, and you can't get to your spots before the ball does. Otherwise, you're going to turn it over.
10-9, under 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Just the third all-time meeting between these two teams. Crusaders have won the previous two. Shot clock down to 12, Square in the middle. Back out right wing to Perry. They'll swing it in the corner. Three-pointer is off the mark for Vincent Berlucci. And an over-the-back foul goes against Jack Norbome of the Mavericks.
Unnecessary foul. That's only his first team foul here for La Costa. Both teams, Jonah, have done, actually second team foul. Regardless, both teams have done a great job staying out of foul trouble. Only one for Mater Dei Catholic, and that was Ubochi. But getting to the line here actually might be a good key for La Costa Canyon because they need to slow this pace down. It's still blazing quick.
Dominique Nankill just checked into the game. Was cut off on his drive right. Sanchez in the right baseline, picks up his dribble, looking for a teammate, somehow finds its way into the left baseline to Stratton, whose jumper is off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by Christian Brown.
And Christian Brown, Jonah, is multicolored shoes. Light blues on one side. I would say fresh
the
whites, but they're a little dirty.
Are spectacular today, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the shoes on Kalen King, who's in for Mater Dei. Unbelievable.
Matching the beige Harwood. Perry on the step through, draws a foul, driving it on the left lane. And will they say it's in the act of shooting? It doesn't appear that it will be.
Second team foul here for Mater Dei Catholic, Jonah.
Still a 10-9 score, 1 point game, under $1:30 in the first quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Vincent Brown. His turnaround is good, rather Christian Brown.
Vincent Brown was a running back way back in the day, I believe, for I think your UCLA Bruins, Jonah. So good association.
He crept in.
I heard he was a good basketball player, so Christian Brown doing his best. Vincent Brown right there.
Mavericks with a 1 point lead, 11-10, approaching a minute in the first quarter. Kalen King on the spin, he's cut off. Fall away, knocks that one down from 15 feet.
Looking like Kawhi Leonard from the left elbow, just using his strength to muscle up some space, turn on the pivot, off balance, sinks it anyways.
Just the third player to score for the Crusaders. Brown back out to Ray Square in the right corner. Skip pass to the opposite wing. Near side corner, Vincent Berlucci off the mark from three, and Nankill pulls down the rebound. About a half-second differential, shot clock and game clock. So we'll see if the Crusaders opt to hold it for the final shot. King drives it down the middle, hanging, can't hit. Ball is loose. Last touched by the Mavericks, so it'll stay underneath. 21.5 remaining in the first period. King will take a seat. And Matthew Fitz, the senior averaging 7 points a game, will check in.
Yeah, both these teams with deep benches, Jonah, which should play as a big key late in this game.
They get into Sanchez on the far corner and stripped on the way up, no foul, but he'll stay here with 18.3 remaining. And this has been a fun quarter so far, a lot of back and forth, which is what you would expect. Not as much offense perhaps, but again, trying to shake off those first quarter jitters. They get it into Matthew Fitz. Dribbling it up top. Will look to set up the offense, driving it down the middle, has a shot blocked, but it's recovered by the Crusaders. Sanchez, left baseline, hanging, back out to Nankill on the right wing. 3 seconds remaining. Stratton, pull up from the free throw line at the buzzer, got it! Perfect way to end the first quarter. Dexter Stratton on the board for the first time today, and the Crusaders go into the second quarter break, or about to approach the second quarter, with a 14-11 lead. You're watching the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section, Boys Basketball Division I Final. Second quarter when we return. (14-11) the score after one. Mater Dei Catholic, the #1 seed, up by 3 over the 7 seed La Costa Canyon. Mavericks, as we welcome you back inside Montgomery High School courtside alongside Jonathan Rifkin, Jonah Malkin, delighted to be with you. Game 1 of 4 today that will be on separate broadcasts, but right here on this court. Brendan Perry has it for the Mavericks in the left baseline. Now Ray Square rockets a pass in the opposite corner. Norbone is in a triple. He's been the consistent player. He's up to 8 points, and he ties this game up at 14.
Well, Costa will do that to you. They'll expose the flaws on the perimeter, find the soft spot, and drain a three.
Nankill on the spin, right of the lane, leaning, bank shot no good, tip shot's no good. Sanchez with an offensive rebound. No look pass inside to Stratton, who banks it up and in. Gorgeous feed from Melo Sanchez with the assist.
Wow, what a great play down low by Melo Sanchez. Securing the rebound and finding the open body on the right block.
16-14. Mavericks tried to thread the needle to Christian Brown on the block, and it was knocked away, but it'll stay here with 25 to shoot underneath the Crusaders' basket. The three ball has kept La Costa Canyon in it, only trailing by 2. Will Richards checking in for the first time, left of the hash mark. His runner off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound keeps it alive. Back out to Ray Square, who drains the triple. Big time shot, and the Mavericks go back up by 1. 17-16.
Yeah, 2 threes here, Jonah, to start off the second quarter for the Mavericks. They know that down low, Modern Day Catholic has the advantage, so they're going to try and use their own advantage offensively on the perimeter with guard playing good ball movement.
Dexter Stratton will pull up for 3 at the top of the arc. Misses badly. Rebound taken by Square. Brendan Perry in transition. Book a 3 on the right wing. Back-to-back 3-pointers for the Mavericks. Timeout taken by the Crusaders. And it's 20-16, under 6:30 remaining in the second quarter. You are listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section, Boys Basketball Division I Final. A 9-0 run, all by the 3 ball for La Costa Canyon and the Mavericks that lead number 1 seed Modern Day Catholic 20-16, under 6:30 remaining in the first half. Ubochi checks back in for the Crusaders. Nankill right wing. No one's guarding him. They're leaving him wide open. He'll finally fire a 3. There's a reason why they left him open, because he missed it badly, but it was last touched by the Mavericks, so he'll stay underneath with 19 to shoot. Sanchez off the inbounds, gets it to Kalen King. Right down the middle, looking to drop it off to Ubochi, and he threw it
and Jonah, you know what I'm impressed with? Jonah, is La Costa Canyon's ability to collapse in the paint, right? We've seen 4 or 5 blue jerseys run in their navy blue jerseys for the offensive or defensive rebound, but also when we see drives from Modern Day Catholic, they're congesting the paint, and right there it was a pass to Ubochi, but there was no room to maneuver, and La Costa forced a big turnover.
Crusaders picking up their defensive pressure, especially man-on-man. Brendan Perry dribbling it at the top, defended by Reyes. Drifting towards the left. Near side on the baseline is Berlucci, who tried to find it to Square, and the ball was tied up. So jump ball will give the possession to Modern Day. Crusaders 14-4, 9-1 in the Mesa League, finishing first. Just a tremendous season in which they were 7-0 on the road, did not lose a single road game. So very well coached by head coach Jason Bryant. Sanchez on his drive, lefty layup, so no good. And an over-the-back foul goes against the Crusaders. It'll be Mauricio Reyes for his first personal, and the ball goes back to the Mavericks. 5:22 remaining in the second quarter. Crusaders led 14-11 after 1, but since that point, the Mavericks have gone on their own 9-2 run to begin the second quarter.
And the momentum swung towards them. Modern Day Catholic offensively making some errors, unforced miscues. La Costa looking to take advantage.
Brendan Perry has a switch, finds Berlucci in the left corner. Now up top to Ray Square. Looking for a screen from Brown. Gets it to him on the right wing. Drives it right to left down the middle. Hanging shot, no good, but draws the foul. And Christian Brown, who already's got 1 bucket today, going back to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the second foul here on Mauricio Reyes, Jonah. Big contributor as a combo guard, 6'6" here, in danger of picking up a third. So the first one splashes through for Christian Brown. Mater Dei Catholic with 4 team fouls. Nobody truthfully in foul trouble except for Reyes, but Ubochi has been pretty quiet since the opening 4 minutes.
Brown knocks down both free throws. The sophomore, 6'5", got 4 points, and it's the largest lead of the game for either side. A 6-point lead, 22-16 for Costa Canyon. Right wing is King, looking to dump it down low to Reyes, about to catch it far out. Entry pass is knocked away, stolen by the Mavericks. Reyes square. Left wing now in the corner is Perry. Picks up his dribble, feeds it to Brown, and they'll reset with Square up top. Perry in the right corner trying to go on the baseline, is cut off. Back out to Brown on the right wing, nearly lost it, ball's through his legs, somehow scoops it up, rips it through, up top to Square, and a 3-second offensive violation. Good defense from the Crusaders.
Yeah, it's tough because every time that Square got stripped, or excuse me, that Berlucci got stripped, the 3 seconds would reset. So he would get the ball, it would be 1-2, he would lose the ball, get it back, 1-2, and then the third time he got it back, he held it for just too long in the paint and drew the 3-second call.
King on the crossover. Now will dribble it back out, defended by Square. Reyes, left wing, between the legs, bounce pass to Sanchez, dribbling it left baseline. Backing down Berlucci, hanging. Errant pass somehow finds its way to King on the left wing. He'll rise up for 3 and connect from downtown. Kalon King with 5 points. And he pulls the Crusaders back within 3. 22-19, 3:40 remaining in the first half. Brown on the right block. Out to Perry on the right wing. Can't hit the 3, rebound secured by Sanchez. King driving it right to left, down the middle. Hanging bank shot is good. A little 5-0 run for Kalon King, and it's a 1-point game.
Kalon King trying to be the king at Montgomery right now here for Mater Dei Catholic.
Berlucci up top. Brendan Perry tees it up. Can't get the shooter's roll. Ubochi skying in for the rebound. 22-21. Mavericks in front by 1. The 7 seed Mavericks up over 1 seed Crusaders. Kalon King, bit of a heat check, a straight-on 3, hits the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Norbone. Now Brendan Perry dribbling it. Left of the arc, defended by Kalon King. A skip pass to the opposite corner now, and back up top to Ray Square.
And this zone, Costa's doing a good job staying on the perimeter, but they're not moving the ball through the middle to beat it.
Berlucci has his 3-pointer rejected by Sanchez. Great recovery. He's coming the other way. Crusaders have numbers. Kalon King left wing. Now to Sanchez, back to King, looking to dump it down to Ubochi, and they do on the right block. And he's double-teamed and called for the travel. The help side defense came by Jack Norbome and Vincent Berlucci that were doing a phenomenal job defending him. They just smothered him, and they called him for the travel.
That was a tough call. Ubochi thought that he should have been awarded at least the jump ball, would have gone back to the Costa Canyon regardless, but instead the big man gets a travel. Mavericks get possession back, but right now facing still a mini 5-0 run. It's a 1-point game here, Jonah. Both teams looking for the edge.
Brown swings it Norbone left side. Up top to Brendan Perry, defended by Reyes. Gets a pick from Brown, has the switch on Ubochi, sees a lane. Oh, nearly put Ubochi on the ground, and he does. Square from the right corner, cannot complete what would have been a highlight play and a dribbling display. Coming the other way, Matthew Fitz absorbs the contact on the other end and draws the foul. Does not finish the shot, but will go to the free throw line. Just have to go back to that last move. It's a shame you can't see it because Brendan Perry put Ubochi on some skates with the behind-the-back dribble.
Unfortunately, Jonah, it gets lost, though, because the Mavs couldn't complete the possession, missed the 3, and Mater Dei, who's playing as the home team, so Montgomery almost at the free throw line as Matthew Fitz, the 6'1" senior getting his first point here at the line, and we're knotted up at 22.
Matthew Fitz, also a senior, 6'1". This modern-day Catholic Crusaders team comprised of predominantly seniors, which is what's helped guide them to this tremendous record and reaching this point, having that veteran leadership, that upperclassman leadership. And they've got a 1-point lead. Brown from straight away, his three-pointer off the mark. And a loose ball foul goes against the Mavericks. 1:41 remaining in the second. Modern Day Catholic up 23-22 over La Costa Canyon. Couple substitutions made. Vincent Berlucci will check back in for the Mavericks. And making his first appearance, Ty Hendler, the sophomore, 6'3". Mavericks utilizing a bit of zone. Sanchez, no look, fires a pass into the opposite corner. Fitz can't hit the three. And the rebound pulled down by Brown.
Yeah, and Dexter Stratton got away with it over the back. He was holding the jersey of Brown, but got away with it.
Perry dumps it down inside to Berlucci, who banks it in and draws the foul. Gorgeous feed from Brendan Perry to Vincent Berlucci with an and one opportunity. And the one thing that has stood out to me, Johnny, so far is the dribbling display of Brendan Perry. His ability to get inside and penetrate this defense is what's leading to all these opportunities.
Yeah, he's been the X factor so far, but misses the and one.
Berlucci can't hit. Brown with an offensive rebound. He'll swing it back to the left wing is Ray Square. And he fires a pass through the hands of Berlucci. It sails out of bounds. And that will go down as a turnover. Just the second turnover, though, for the Mavericks. They've done a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball, which is why they've got that 1-point lead, 24-23. Approaching a quarter. King on the drive, down the middle, hangs and hits. Again, Kaylon King unstoppable on these drives, and it's 25-24. Hendler throws up a wild runner off the mark. And here comes Sanchez coming the other way for the Crusaders. Down the middle, left of the lane. He hangs and hits as well. Melo Sanchez with 7 points, 27-24 Crusaders. Final 35 seconds remaining in what's been a fun first half. Division I Boys Championships in the San Diego section. Brandon Perry hanging and also banking it in on the left wing. 1-point game, 27-26. Perry's up to 7 points. Sanchez, right wing. Thought about the three, picks up his dribble, lofts a pass to Reyes on the left baseline, comes up with the shot and is hacked on the way up. So Mauricio Reyes, who has yet to score a point today, the senior 6'6", going to the free throw line. Averages a meager 3 points per game, but when you talk to the coaches, they love his activeness, his activity, his enthusiasm that he plays with. That's why he's a starter. That's why he gets these valuable minutes. You need that energy guy, and that's what he provides for the Crusaders as he hits the first of two.
It's going to bring you energy.
And Reyes knocks down both. 28-26. Final 8 seconds remaining. Brendan Perry's got it for the Mavericks. Has Stratton switched on to him. Goes behind the back. Now the crossover. Left to right. Down the middle. Hanging floater. No. Well defended by the Crusaders, and that will do it for half number one. It's been a back and forth affair, but number 1 seed, Modern Day Catholic, up over number 7 seed La Costa Canyon, 29-26. Second half coming up in about 8 minutes. You are listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section Boys Basketball Division I Final, presented by Mission Fed Credit Union.
too.
It's a 3-point game as we're seconds away from the start of the second half. Welcome back, everyone, inside Montgomery High School alongside Jonathan Rifkin. Jonah Malkin, delighted to be with you here on a Saturday morning. It's the CIF San Diego Section Division I Boys Basketball Championships, number 7. La Costa Canyon Mavericks giving number 1 seed Mater Dei Catholic all that they can handle. Crusaders up 29-26 as we begin the second half. Melo Sanchez and Kalon King leading the way for the Crusaders. King with 9, Sanchez with 7, Ubochi with 5, and Stratton with 4. And the Mavericks, led by Jack Norbohm and Brendan Perry. I'll get into their numbers in just a moment. 29-26. Mavericks have the ball to start the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Largest lead was 7 for the Mavericks. Vincent Berlucci, bounce pass across the baseline, was knocked away.
Did you see, Jonah? Kalon King got into the passing lanes. He knocked it away, which is a great play. And then he pointed to his own basket like it was – the ref was in front of him, and it was very much obviously off of him. He's still trying to make a case for it being his ball.
Basketball players are trying to become more thespians
Cunning.
Nowadays.
They're going to take theater classes.
They've been taking more theater classes. That's true.
James Harden theater classes.
8 seconds to shoot. Square, drifting left of the lane, picks up his dribble. Wraparound pass to Jack Norbohm. Pump fake. Sidestep, pull up. Off the mark. Rebound secured by Sanchez. Still a 3-point lead for the Crusaders. Ubochi on the left block. Backing down Brown. Drop step and hangs and cannot finish, but will go to the free throw line. And I think that that's a really important first move to start this third quarter, Johnny, for Christian Ubochi, because we haven't really seen the Crusaders try and pound the ball to him on the block. With that frame, he'll have the advantage every single time down the floor. And he's been fantastic, this senior. Such a tremendous story. After this season, he's going to play for an academy next year.
And no doubt, Jonah, he's going to have, after next year, he's going to have a ton of Division I opportunity. This guy, he's ready to ball at the next level.
He's got a nice-looking jumper. Splits a pair from the free throw line. Brendan Perry with 7 points. Jack Norbohm with 8 to lead the way for the Mavericks. They've got the ball down 4. 30-26. Perry sees a lane on the near baseline. Jump step in the paint. Nearly lost it. It's scooped up by Square, and he'll bring it back out. Stratton defending him. Dribbling it at the logo. Skip pass on the near side. Berlucci can't bury a 3, and Sanchez with the rebound. Full court pass is deflected out of bounds. Was intended for Ubochi on the post. Good recovery from Christian Brown. And sticking with Sanchez, Johnny, the highest rated recruit for Mater Dei Catholic. Such an interesting player. Decided to reclassify to the class of 2022 and transfer to Veritas Academy to try and secure some more exposure. And it's noteworthy because he is a really good player, averaging 20 points a game, and he should be garnering some more consideration and some more attention. And happy for him that he's been able to make that switch in the upcoming year. So 30-24. Brandon Perry behind the back. He's been showing putting on a dribbling display, but he cannot finish around the rim. Misses the layup. And Kalon King in the right corner, lofts it up top to Reyes. Driving down the middle. Good defense from Berlucci. Stuck with him and induced the travel.
Yeah, he did 1, 2, 3. He thought he did 1, 2, like Euro step. But he did the Euro step all the way to Asia. He went an extra continent over with the third step, and that's why he got called with the traveling violation.
Problem was Vincent Berlucci beat him to that spot before the Euro step could be complete. Still a 4-point game. Square backs it out on the left side. Now he's double teamed and trapped. Nearly lost it and is able to call a timeout. Head coach David Costa able to get him out of trouble. We'll keep it here, Johnny, for a short break. So far, when you look at this game, the pace of the play, who do you think this favors right now in a 30-26 lead?
Well, the pace is non-consistent. Inconsistent, I guess, is the politically correct term for that. But I like to make up my own words. I think we all know what it meant. The reason that I say this is because La Costa on the offensive end is getting to half-court sets, and it's slowing down the pace. And then on the other end, Mater Dei, no matter what, whether La Costa's made a basket or not, which they haven't yet in this quarter, they're trying to run in transition, move the ball as quickly as possible, and score the most efficient way. I think the pace of play right now, because it's so abstract, doesn't favor either team. I think right now it's about who can establish the consistent style of play, and neither team has been able to get it going through the first 2 minutes of this half.
Yeah, it really is well put. Really just kind of ebbs and flows the pace. Berlucci defended back out to Ray's square. King on him. Right wing Berlucci. High arcing three. It was well contested by Ubochi. Clearly altered the shot. It was an air ball.
If Ubochi's coming at me, Jonah, I'm throwing that up to the heaven and praying that it comes down through the hoop.
6'10", but with that arm span, really can affect every shot that's attempted near him. Reyes swings it. Kalon King open in the left wing. Now back up top to Reyes. They're trying to get it down low to Stratton on the left block, and they do. Defended by Norbone. His shot misses inside. Well defended, and now reach over foul. And over the back foul, I believe, will go against Ubochi, and that's his third personal. Or second personal.
Yeah, I mean, he's been aggressive all game long right there. Just an unnecessary foul. The second time we've seen Ubochi go over the top after a La Costa Canyon Maverick has already secured the board. You can't do that, especially as the anchor down low for Modern Day Catholic.
Up top, Perry. Left elbow, they'll swing it to Narbonne. His three-pointer on the left wing off the mark. And now a foul will go against Ubochi as he was battling down low with Vincent Berlucci. So now that's his third personal. That's a big third personal to pick up. 4:57 remaining in the third, and Coach Bryant will have Ubochi check out of the game.
Yeah, Brian Dukes getting his first appearance, and these are going to be big minutes for the junior, coming in a big spot.
Brown picks it up inside the paint. Little 5-foot floater is good.
And that's the first points here, Jonah, for La Costa Canyon of the half, and it comes 3.5 minutes in. And why? Because they slowed it down offensively, got the half-court set off the inbound, and got an easy layup.
King, tough fall away, comes up empty, and is last touched by the Crusaders. 2-point game, 30-28, 4:37 remaining in the third. Berlucci will take Santiago Reyes. Will check in for the second time today. And the one thing that Santiago Reyes, this is a real strategic move because he's the best three-point shooter on the team. Now, granted, the sample size is small, but he's a real floor spacer, and we'll see if they utilize him here. Norbone, right wing. Now back up top to Square. They get the switch, has Reyes switched on to him. Narbonne puts it on the floor, right of the lane. No call, a lot of contact on his way up. Couldn't even get a shot off, but it was last touched by the Crusaders.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jonah, Mauricio Reyes, who was arguing at the ball, went off of the offensive play or got a break because he could have been called with a foul, so I think you got to count your chickens right here.
And it's stolen by King on the inbounds pass. Was covering Ray Square really well. And then a foul goes against Ray Square as well.
Yeah, he pushed him on the near sideline, Joe, and almost pushed him into our broadcasting team. They want to be part of what we have going on. I get it. But
this is an immersive experience.
To be honest with you, I want to be part of what they have going on the court.
You can feel the intensity just being centimeters away. King. No, I was going to say millimeters, not centimeters, but felt like both.
Stick to broadcasting. You're not a mathematician, Jonah.
Stratton misses the hook shot inside the paint. Still a 2-point game, 30-28. 3:45 remaining. Perry driving it right to left, picks up his dribble, lofts a pass into the far corner. Three-pointer is good for Narbonne, and a quick timeout taken by the Mavericks, who have retaken the lead 31-30, 3:39 to go in the third. We got a good one for you, and you are listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section Boys Basketball Division I Final, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Only 6 combined points by both teams, but the Mavericks have outscored the Crusaders 5-1 in this third quarter. 3:39 and counting in this third quarter. Great game here at Montgomery High School. 7 seed, La Costa Canyon up over 1 seed. Mater Dei. Backdoor pass was read by the Mavericks. They've got a turnover. Brendan Perry catch and shoot in the far corner. No. Offensive rebound keeps it alive. Back up top square. Off the back iron, and King looks to push. For the Crusaders, they've got numbers down the middle. A little erratic, somehow flips it back to his teammate, to Sanchez. He'll rise up for 3 and connects from downtown. What a sequence. And it's capped off by a triple from Melo Sanchez. He's in double figures.
That was an organized mess, Jonah. From our perspective, we had no idea. It looked out of control. Mater Dei Catholic, though, every moment of that, knew where the ball was going, and they found the right guy, Sanchez, straight away for 3.
They've been pushing the tempo. It's 33-31. Berlucci is foul, driving it on the baseline. Now, neither team is anywhere close to the foul limit. That's the one thing you can say that's been consistent, is the refs really have been letting these guys play today. Only 5 combined team fouls in this third quarter.
I mean, these are the third and fourth best basketball teams right now in San Diego. This is the Division I championship. You got to let them play. And Ubochi really the only guy in foul trouble with 3 sitting on the bench right now for Mater Dei Catholic.
Perry on the right wing to Ray Square. They'll swing it around the horn. Perry picks up his dribble up top to Brown, driving it down the middle. One-legged runner, too strong. Sanchez was going to step in to take a charge. It was not called. Matthew Fitz a little out of control, misses the layup on the other end, and the Mavericks with an opportunity to perhaps retake this lead or tie this game up, trailing 33-31, 2:15 remaining. Brendan Perry drives left of the lane and draws the foul. It's in the act of shooting. So Brendan Perry will go to the free throw line. The highest ever recruit at La Costa Canyon, Brendan Perry, committed to Point Loma Nazarene. A great Division II school here in San Diego, and a really impressive player, Johnny. Brendan Perry has been, in my opinion, really the floor general for the Mavericks today, because not only is he providing scoring, but he's setting up his teammates, and that's been leading to so many wide open shots.
And Jonah, going to Point Loma Nazarene is no small feat. This is a school that has 2 high-level Division I transfers coming in, one from UCSD, who's the second leading scorer at UCSD, and a transfer from Pepperdine, who's the second leading scorer for the Wave. So this is going to be a deep Point Loma Lions team next year. And for Brandon Perry, he's just going to be a compliment for this school. It's going to be really cool to see him, but how much better would he feel if he had a championship under his belt to take with him out to Point Loma next year?
Absolutely.
And these free throws, Jonah, I mean, this is one step closer. Down by 2, you have an opportunity to tie things up as the best shooter here for La Costa Canyon from the free throw line. And
something we haven't talked about is the arduous schedule, the difficult schedule that La Costa Canyon has had to deal with playing in the Coastal League. Yes, they finished with a 3-5 record, but you're playing against Torrey Pines and El Camino. Torrey Pines is the number 1 team in San Diego, number 2 team in California, as Brendan Perry splits a pair of free throws. In a lot of ways, that kind of strengthens that mental fortitude of this team, and I don't think they are intimidated at all by Mater Dei, given the gauntlet of a schedule they've had, as Melo Sanchez is able to flip up a shot and drew the foul. Opportunity for a 3-point play coming from Melo Sanchez. But, Johnny, let's stick with La Costa Canyon and the schedule that they've had, how that's kind of strengthened this team mentally.
Well, Jonah, the only way to get better is to play good teams, right? Even if you're going to lose as Sanchez hits the and one here, it's a 36-32 lead for Mater Dei Catholic. But when you go and play the Torrey Pines and El Caminos, you go play, who else is in the North Coast Conference?
La Jolla
Country Day, yeah, who they beat earlier in the postseason. I mean, this is – I'll let you finish this break.
Berlucci can't hit the layup on the backdoor cut. Square was trying to set him up. Good recovery by the Crusaders.
Yeah, and so going back, La Costa Canyon, they played Torrey Pines in the NCC championship. They lost. Torrey Pines wins their 11th Northwest Conference championship in the last 11 seasons, but La Costa was right there with them. And a great opportunity here in the championship to put the icing on the cake of what was a really good season, regardless of the conference record.
Norbohm in the corner, up top to Brown for the Mavericks. Tees up and drills the 3. Big time shot for Christian Brown, his first 3-pointer of the ball game. He's up to 9 points, and it's 36-35. Sanchez looking for the answer on the right wing. Off the mark, rebound secured by Brown. Matthew Fitz, a little slow to get up for the Crusaders. They do get back. Playing that 2-3 zone, trying to force the Mavericks into the perimeter. Brendan Perry stopped on his tracks. Brown picks it up right wing. And now it's Brendan Perry under 55 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Square, wraparound pass. Berlucci in the left wing. His three no good. Norbone offensive putback is off the mark. And the rebound is taken by Sanchez. They'll look to clear out. Driving the lane, right to left. His short jumper's off the mark. Rebound taken by Brown. Up ahead is Square on the right wing. And the coach is imploring him to hold the ball, perhaps for the final possession and the final shot in this third quarter. 12 seconds to go in the third. Ball's in the hands of Perry.
Big momentum shifter here if Costa can hit it for the lead to end the third.
Perry defended by Dukes, left of the lane. 2 seconds to go. Square, his three-pointer's an air ball, and that will do it for the third quarter. Back and forth affair, but it's Mater Dei Catholic up 36-35 over 7-seed Costa Canyon. This is shaking out to be a tremendous finish in a fourth quarter here at Montgomery High School. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section. Boys Basketball Division I final brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. A one-point game as we begin the fourth and potentially final quarter here between number 1 seed Mater Dei Catholic and number 7 seed Costa Canyon. Crusaders up by 1, 36-35. Mavericks have clawed their way back in it as Sanchez pulls back and hits a three from the top of the arc. Big time start for Melo Sanchez to set the tone in this fourth quarter. It's 39-35.
And no Ubochi out there for Mater Dei Catholic. Just a note to think about when you're at home listening.
Gray squared, harassed by Fitz. They drop it down low to Berlucci, steps through two and finds a wide open Brown on the left block to just lay it up and in. Nice feed and find by Berlucci. And Brown has all of a sudden come alive. He's got 11.
They're just facilitating it to him. He's doing a great job off the ball.
39-37, 7:05 remaining. Nankill dribbling it down the middle. Shields off one defender. His shot is too long, and it will go out of bounds. Mavericks were said to have touched it last, so the ball will stay here, side out with the Crusaders. Under 7 minutes remaining in the fourth. The Division I Boys Basketball Championship on the line. And Berlucci got a little too physical defending Melo Sanchez. He's called for a foul away from the basketball. That's the third team foul called against the Mavericks, so still well below the foul limit. Kalon King drops it down on the far baseline to Melo Sanchez, and he's called for the travel. It was nearly gonna fall away.
He wanted the Carmelo Anthony fall away from 12 foot, but he took the extra slide back.
Didn't commit to the jump shot.
But it was great closeout. That was an error forced by Berlucci. He came back after getting the foul. That was, an errant call. And he comes back and he has some great defense to force the travel.
The sixth turnover for the Crusaders. So both teams have, for the most part, done a pretty good job cleaning up the basketball. Brown on the left block. Pump fakes up and under, drops it down to Berlucci. You boot to sorry, Berlucci, Ubochi contested the shot well.
It's not a shooting foul here, Jonah, even though Berlucci was trying to argue that. But how about Ubochi comes back in after being taken out for much of this game because of foul trouble, and all of a sudden he picks up his fourth. He's one away from disqualification, and in a 2-point game, they're forced to take him out because if he fouls out, he's the X factor through the final stretch of this game.
Big fourth personal for Ubochi, so he'll take a seat. 39-37 under 30 remaining in the fourth. Dribbling it right side, Norbone in the right corner. Picks up his dribble. They'll swing it around the horn up top, Brendan Perry. Perry driving it left to the hash mark, whips a pass in the near corner. Norbone fires a three and rattles it in. And the Mavericks retake the lead 40-39 with 6:05 to play.
Oh, here we go, Jonah. I have a feeling lead changes are about to be a motif through the final sets of this one.
In so many lead changes in this game as King drives it middle, defended by Square and floats it up and in. Well contested by Square. Does not matter. It drops in anyway, and it's 41-40. Kalon King now in double figures with 11. 5:35 to go across the middle of Square. Berlucci falling on the floor, was not able to get the pass off to his teammate Norbone before he was called for the travel.
Yeah, and to our left, Coach Jason Bryan has been begging for traveling violations for most of this game. To our right, Coach David Costa telling his team, calm down, it's okay. This La Costa team that's much better with a slower pace. If you can slow things down and play your style, it's going to keep Mater Dei off balance.
Sanchez in the right wing, being guarded individually by Berlucci. Up and under, righty floater, no. Somehow able to track down his own miss, and it's with Fitz in the left wing. He'll fire up a banker off the mark. And a defensive foul will go against the Mavericks, believed to be on Berlucci.
Yeah, Berlucci tried to get set for a charge. He was still sliding over, got knocked over. It was a blocking foul, and a big opportunity here to extend a 1-point lead for Mater Dei Catholic and Matthew Fitz.
It was a later call. Matthew Fitz at the free throw line, where he has knocked down now 3 straight free throws. And it's 42-40, 5:08 to play in the fourth quarter.
Jonah, we've only seen one non-senior play for Mater Dei Catholic, by the way, as Fitz able to hit the back end here. 3-point lead, 5 to go for Mater Dei Catholic. Brian Dukes is the only non-senior that we've seen play for Mater Dei. He only came in for like 3 or 4 minutes, so this is a team of seniors that wants to end their basketball careers at Mater Dei in emphatic fashion.
King able to tie up Perry on his shot attempt. It's a jump ball. It will stay here with the Mavericks. And we've talked about that. This is a very senior-laden team. They rely heavily on those experienced players, and in a spot like that, that's who Coach Bryant trusts the most. And they've been playing the bulk of the minutes. Rarely have they taken many seats. Perry drives it left of the lane, blows past the defense, and lays it up and in. Gorgeous drive for Brendan Perry, and it's 43-42, Mater Dei Catholic up by 1.
And man-on-man defense here for La Costa. They don't want to give an inch on the perimeter.
Fitz drives it to the middle. Lefty runner drops in beautifully for Matthew Fitz. He has scored 4 straight points for the Crusaders. It's 45-42.
Do the Mavericks drop a corner 3 here?
We'll see. Square has cut off his drive. Brown picks it up right elbow, looking for a teammate, and they'll reset with Square up top. High right side, gets a pick, has the switch. Norbone fires a 3 from the near corner. Takes off back iron. Sanchez rips down the board. Across midcourt, fires it into the near corner. Nankill's 3 comes up short, and the Mavericks have numbers with Perry. Driving it left side, no contact. Brown following the play, tips it up and in. 45-44, Christian Brown. Just the guts of this team. He has been doing all the dirty work for the Mavericks as Sanchez is stripped on his way up. It's backed out. Fitz fires a 3 on the far wing off the mark. And Coach Bryant was trying to get a timeout called before the jump ball was called. Possession arrow will stay.
And that
with
actually,
Monterey
Jonah,
Catholic.
that saves the timeout here. for Mater Dei Catholic. So it's okay because the possession error was favoring your team. So if you're Coach Bryant, yeah, you wanted the timeout just in case La Costa got it away from you. But fortunate enough, you get to save the timeout and you get possession back under their own hoop with a fresh shot clock. It says 33 seconds, but it's a fresh shot clock.
45-44, 3:34 remaining in the fourth. Fresh shot clock for the Crusaders to work with, up by 1. Dexter Stratton will check back in for Mater Dei Catholic, out with Kalen King, Brian Dukes, Nankill, and Sanchez, who has it on the left corner. He'll pull up for 3. Off the mark, Stratton tried to keep it alive. So does Perry for the Mavericks, and it falls into the hands of the Crusaders. Up top to King, launches a 3. Off the back iron, and an offensive rebound for Dukes. And a little frantic play, but the ball was last deflected off the fingertips of the Mavericks. I believe it was Norbom. And once again, a fresh shot clock for the Crusaders, but they will call a timeout. 1-point game, 3:15 to go. It's coming down to the wire. Both not up an inch in this tremendous Division I Boys Basketball Classic. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section. Boys Basketball Division I Final presented by Mission Fed Credit Union. Coach Bryant was able to get a timeout off for Mater Dei Catholic. The number 1 seed over number 7 seed La Costa Canyon, 45-44, 3:15 remaining. Jonathan Rifkin, Jonah Malkin on the call here at Montgomery High School in what's been a back and forth affair since the opening tip. Sanchez in the middle, left wing Nankill. His three-pointer was way off. It didn't seem like he got his legs underneath him when he shot the 3, and he airballs it away.
Yeah, perhaps the multifaceted color shoes he's wearing, maybe the colors, there's too many colors, it's weighing his feet down a little bit, so he wasn't able to elevate.
And hearing it from the crowd as well.
Harry, you're down. Harry, you're down.
They never cease to use an opportunity like that to let a shooter know about a missed shot. Here's Ray Square across the timeline up top, now dribbling left wing. Defended by Fitz. And Norbom was a little bit nonchalant going to the basketball. It was deflected out of bounds by Nankill, but it'll stay with the Mavericks. 22 on the shot clock, 2:54 remaining in the potentially final quarter. Up top, Perry has his three-pointer blocked by King. Great denial. Sanchez driving middle, shovel pass to King, and an offensive foul. Stepping in, Brendan Perry redeeming himself for the blocked three-pointer. And he induces a charge.
That was Tim Duncan-esque right there. Mr. Fundamental, right? When you understand that you are the man, the only lone defender in a 2-on-1 break, there's not much you can do except for just stand there and hope that you draw some contact. And that's exactly what we saw by Perry. Drew the charge on King. La Costa has the ball back down by 1, and they call a timeout here with 2:43 to play.
And let's keep it here, Johnny, even though we've got about a minute of a timeout. The interesting thing is both of these two teams have played great in the playoffs historically. La Costa, in their history, 36-18 in the postseason. Mater Dei Catholic, 21-19 in the playoffs, but many of those playoff wins have come in recent years. Now when you start to look at both of them and you say Mater Dei Catholic playing with a bunch of seniors, same thing for La Costa, with the exception of Christian Brown, who's a sophomore. Berlucci, Norbone, Brendan Perry, and Square are seniors and juniors. So both of these teams have experience. It's a one-point game. Does either team have an edge, or do you just say, hey, let the players just play the way that they've been doing?
Both these teams have an edge in different ways, Jonah. By the way, we can't show the game, so we're doing this during the break. So give you a little atmospheric a taste of the atmosphere here. But, Jonah, both these teams have advantages in their own ways. The bigger, stronger team is Mater Dei Catholic. The better perimeter offensive team is La Costa Canyon.
And the storyline to look for is to see when Coach Bryant decides to insert Christian Ubochi back into the game. He's got 4 personal fouls. The The Mavericks have the basketball in the hands of Perry, left wing, 45-44, under 2:30 remaining. Square, side pocket three, fouled on the attempt. Coach Bryant trying to calm down Kalen King, who was livid after that call.
And King's blocked 3 threes already today, so he was hungry for his fourth. You can't take away, just like in the NBA, the new rule that was established, you cannot take away shooter's landing space. That's exactly what happened here. You see it at the high school level all the time, and Ray Square has an opportunity to put his team up by a possession.
The senior sporting those awesome baby purple shoes, up to 4 points. He hit the first three-pointer of the game for the Mavericks, and he ties the game up at 45. A second free throw coming for the 6'1 senior, and he knocks down the second. Again, was fouled in the act of shooting on a three-point attempt by Kalen King. And just like we had suspected, Christian Ubochi with 4 personal fouls is checking into the game with 2:27 remaining.
Jonah, if you're La Costa Canyon, who do you attack?
At the same time, you want to play within your own offense. You don't want to force it if you don't have to. Square hits down all 3 clutch free throws. It's a 2-point lead for the Mavericks. Coach Costa imploring his team to defend, up 47-45, 2:20 remaining. King shoves off Perry, floats it up, no good. Ubochi tried to tip it back. It was last deflected off of him, and the ball goes back to the Mavericks.
Ubochi soaring higher than everybody, but you have to find a way as they're going to take him out for defensive purposes here.
Offensive defense
substitution.
substitution.
Exactly. He gets up higher than everybody. He just couldn't control with one hand and knocked it out of play.
And defensively, it's been a team collective effort rebounding the basketball for the Mavericks. You're seeing all 5 guys crash the boards. They've got the possession here, up by 2. Trying to provide some cushion. Perry is stripped on the way up. Sanchez on the move is fouled behind on a reach-in before a play could ensue. So the Crusaders will inbound to play. Number 1 seed Mater Dei Catholic down and trailing number 7 seed La Costa Canyon 47-45. Brian Dukes checks in. Sanchez catch and shoot from straight away. No, Dukes follows the miss and lays it up and in. Nearly was a defensive goaltending, and it's 47-47, 1:45 remaining.
Oh, strap in, folks. We're going down to the wire at Montgomery.
And Coach Costa wants to call for time. Again, we'll keep it here. Thank you so much for sticking with us. You've been choosing a good game to be a part of.
A good game? This is a great game, Jonah. This is a great game.
With Jonathan Rifkin, Jonah Malkin, and Johnny, we've talked about, again, which teams are going to be able to execute down the stretch, who you're going to go to. We're seeing that the Mavericks were turning to Brendan Perry.
Yep. And
for the Crusaders, I don't think there's been one guy. They've really just relied on their aggressiveness and their relentless pursuit of the to develop Dukes.
Yep. So you have Mater Dei Catholic, like we said, who is a bigger, stronger team down low. They're utilizing their strength and their versatility down low to clean up the offensive glass and to also disrupt paint offensive opportunities for La Costa Canyon. Well, where's La Costa winning offensively? It's on the perimeter. They have great ball movement to space the floor, and sometimes that has led to movement off the ball, cuts down the lane, where they're able to find an open layup. And on the other end, La Costa's doing a great job forcing bad threes. We saw a bad 3 taken by Melo Sanchez the last possession. Now an offensive rebound was corralled by Duke, and he put it up and in the tie. But if you're La Costa, you're going to take that shot any day of the week from Mater Dei.
So we'll see who they go to here. 1:38 remaining. 47-47. Mavericks have the basketball, 25 seconds on the shot clock. A tie ball game, Division I championship on the line. Squares called for the travel, cut off by Fitz, who has been a defensive stalwart for the Crusaders today. Turn ball goes back to the Crusaders. Coach Costa, a little bit flustered, trying to keep his calm.
Can you imagine being in this situation coaching, Jonah?
Most stressful job. Sanchez has it for the Crusaders up top, defended by Berlucci. Oh, nice spin, goes up with it and throws it up and in. A little bit of a Houdini shake, and he got Berlucci stumbling and he floated it up.
He didn't even need to do the second move. He had a wide open layup, didn't realize it, made it way harder for himself and still found a way to find the bottom of the net.
49-47, Perry rifles it up top. to square. Under 55 seconds remaining. Driving it right of the lane, backed out, defended well by Fitz. Pulls up, no. His bounce pass was intercepted and stolen by Sanchez. An opportunity to provide some cushion and insurance points, and he's bumped on the sideline. A foul committed by Vincent Berlucci. Team, it'll send him into, or the 7th team foul in the bonus. So Melo Sanchez will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. And he misses the first. And a rebound attempt by the Mavericks, and they're called for traveling on the way down, trying to secure the board.
Yeah, Chris Bound went up with it, but so did Brendan Perry. Brendan Perry basically undercut him, and that forced Brown to fall to the court before giving up the ball. Traveling was called. 30-second timeout taken here by Mater Dei Catholic, Jonah.
41.5 to go. Crusaders have the basketball, up by 2, 49-47. And this is just shaking out to be a tremendous finish.
Yeah, we knew it. First game of a quadruple header. Could we have asked for a better game than this?
It's setting the bar so high when you've got this first game that's coming down to the wire like this. And if you are Mater Dei Catholic, who do you turn to in the spot? Are you going back to Sanchez, who you just turned to score, or do you utilize someone else?
I think that you run the offense through Sanchez, but look, Kaylon King is incredibly effective down low. He's quicker, and he's able to use his strength to create some space. So if you run the ball through Sanchez, space the 4 around, and maybe you go to King and move Sanchez off for maybe a back pick or something, free him up on the baseline, because this is the biggest possession for Mater Dei Catholic of the game. With under 45 seconds to play, if you can make this a 2-possession game, that forces the issue. La Costa, they're offensively gifted. They can score if they're down 2 or 3, but down 4 with this time left and the offense likes to play slow, it's a tall task. Oh, big possession here for Mater Dei Catholic.
Kalen the trigger man, Dukes, Sanchez, Nankill, and Fitz out for the Crusaders. 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Sanchez trying to go to his tool bag. Right wing now to Nankill. Underhand pass up top. Ball handler trying to shove off Perry. Whips it into the near corner to Sanchez on the left baseline. Defended by Berlucci. Misses the initial attempt, and he'll dribble it back out. Mavericks have to foul, and they finally do.
That's tough, Jonah. That's a tough possession because you lock down defensively. You force Melo Sanchez into a bad spot on the left block where he tried to lay it in. It was short, but there were no blue jerseys collapsing, and unfortunately the team out of Encinitas, La Costa Canyon, is down to a potential 4-point game. It's 50-47 after Melo Sanchez hit the front end here of the 1-and-1.
Melo Sanchez, who just missed the previous 1-and-1 free throw, makes the first of 2. 50-47, hits both. It's a 2-possession game, 51-47, and a quick timeout taken by Coach Bryant of Mater Dei Catholic. Now with 17.3 remaining, a 4-point game. Now let's change the question. If you are La Costa Canyon, who do you turn to in the spot?
Well, you're down by 4. You need a 3, and you need a quick 3. In the corner, Vincent Berlucci has been deadly this game, Jonah. Now, when he's been closed out, whether it's Kaylon King who's blocked him once or Upochi who's blocked him on the perimeter, that's where he's been errant from the perimeter. So if you can find a way to free up Vincent Berlucci, he's been really good in the corner. Swing the ball around the perimeter. There's still plenty of time left here, but I think you need a 3. I don't think a 2 and a quick foul is going to make you comfortable. You're not comfortable no matter what if you're La Costa, but you need to make sure that the opportunity cost of the possession that you have here outweighs anything else. And the opportunity cost of shooting and making a 3 with your best player outweighs anything else, because it becomes a 1-point game. You get the quick foul, and no matter what, it's still a 1-possession game. La Costa does have a timeout. They're not going to burn it here. They got lucky that Mater Dei called one. So this is the possession here for La Costa to score and hope the have one more timeout. Probably about 7 or 8 seconds left. They'll get possession back.
It'll be interesting to see which strategy they employ, a quick 2 or they go for a 3.
And they have a full court to go with 17 seconds, Jonah, so I think you got to go for the 3 here.
17.3 seconds, the inbound it to Perry, dribbling quickly across the timeline on the far side, defended by King. He'll pull up for a 3, it's well contested, and last touched off the hands of Sanchez. So it will stay underneath with the Mavericks with 10.2 remaining.
Brendan Perry, also a good option, but contested on the pull-up straight away, and perhaps not the best look, but beggars can't be choosers right now.
Luke trying to inbound it. They get it into Brown, defended by Dukes in the near corner. Right wing Perry drives it all the way to the rim and lays it up and in. Quick timeout taken by Coach Costa with 3.5 seconds. It's 51-49, so we cut the lead down to 2 is Brendan Perry. And at this point, if you are La Costa Canyon, you really just have to immediately wrap up whoever you can.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that ball, there's 3.5 seconds left, right? So I would say they're probably going to take a minimum of 0.8 off the clock. So they'll be around 2 seconds unless Mater Dei Catholic does one of those tricky plays where on the inbound they have sort of the jet sweep as a fake, and then you put somebody out into the secondary here on the basketball court. You throw the heave, and then you just have a guy away from all the other jerseys. They can't foul, and that's the end of the game. So I don't know if we're going to see trickery from Costa, because you do put yourself in danger of turning it over if you try something a little bit more ambitious. So maybe you just grab the ball, or Kalon King, and you just take the foul. Like I said, 2 seconds left. You hit 2, the game's over. You go 1 of 2. No more timeouts for La Costa Canyon. Right now, Montgomery has the driving seat, or is in the driving seat with all the momentum. It's going to take a miracle, truthfully, unless they get a steal. Unless La Costa gets a steal here on the inbound, it might take a miracle for them to come back into this one with 3.5 to play.
This is the third all-time meeting between these two programs. The last meeting came in the regular season in 2017, but none bigger than right now with a championship on the line. Nankill running the baseline. They get into Sanchez. He lofts one up ahead to Duke, and Dukes is not going to be fouled in time. And this one is over. Number 1 seed, Mater Dei Catholic, your Division I CIF San Diego section champions. They pull away 51-49 over the feisty and gritty 7 seed La Costa Canyon Mavericks, but they were just a little too much down the stretch. And it is Mater Dei Catholic and the Crusaders taking this one home, as we're trying to give you a little visual of the celebration. And Johnny, as you are getting that set, such a perfect way, perfect culmination of a season for Mater Dei Catholic that has now won 8 straight games. Just a really fantastic team effort. Ubochi goes down, or doesn't go down rather, but is in foul trouble, battling foul trouble the entire night. And despite that, they come together, led by Sanchez, and they get the job done.
Yeah, Jonah, I mean, first of all, tip your hat off to the La Costa Canyon Mavericks right here. I mean, they played such a hard game. This was not a team that I think that many people thought they could run with, but they proved anybody that doubted them wrong. We knew what this team had. They are a special squad. They deserved to get to this championship. They deserved every moment of it. And you got to tip your hat off to La Costa Canyon, but Mater Dei Catholic, Jonah. I mean, this is a team of ballers. They've been together for 4 years, and they put the cake with the championship. Why don't you take us out if you're Mr. Malkin?
The last time that the Mater Dei Catholic Crusaders, one of their basketball teams, has won the championship was the ladies in 2009. We're the first Crusader team to win a state title. Now the boys join that exclusive group. Thank you so much for joining us in Game 1 of our quadruple header right here on the CIF broadcast. He's Jonathan Rifkin. I'm Jonah Malkin. Thank you so much. Saying so long for right now
2
from
o'clock.
Montgomery High School for 2 o'clock. But this game is over. Number 1 seed, Mater Dei Catholic, the number 1 seed in Division I, knocks off number 7, La Costa Canyon, 51-49, and they are your CIF Division I San Diego section boys basketball champions.